Once upon a time, long after Jesus had returned to heaven, a faithful man named John found himself living on a rocky island called Patmos. John loved Jesus deeply and had shared the good news of God's love with many people. But because he spoke boldly about his faith, he was sent away to this lonely place. One quiet day, while John was praying and seeking God, something extraordinary happened. He heard a loud voice behind him, like the sound of a trumpet, saying, "Write what you see and send it to the 7 churches." John turned around and was amazed by what he saw. There stood a figure radiating light and glory. He looked like a son of man, wearing a long robe with a golden sash around his chest. His hair was white as snow and his eyes blazed like fire. His feet shone like polished bronze and his voice was powerful, like the sound of rushing waters. It was Jesus, the one who had died for the sins of the world and risen again. John was filled with awe and fell at his feet like a dead man. But Jesus gently laid his right hand on John and said, "Do not be afraid. I am the first and the last, the living one. I was dead and now I am alive forevermore." John's heart swelled with joy as he listened to Jesus speak. He felt the warmth of Jesus' love wrapping around him like a comforting blanket. Jesus had a special message for John to share with the churches. "I hold the keys of death and Hades," Jesus continued, reassuring John that he was in control of everything, even life and death. He instructed John to write down everything he saw, the things that were and the things that would soon take place. As John listened, he saw visions of the future and the hope that was to come. He learned about the beauty of heaven, where God would wipe away every tear, and there would be no more pain or sorrow. He saw a great light shining, illuminating the city of God, where people from every nation would gather to worship him. With his heart filled with awe and wonder, John realized how powerful and loving Jesus was. He understood that the message he was to share would encourage people to hold on to their faith and to love one another, even in difficult times. As the day drew to a close, John felt a peace that wrapped around him like a warm hug. He knew that he was not alone on that island, for Jesus was with him, guiding him and filling him with hope. As you lay down to sleep tonight, remember that Jesus is alive and with us always. He loves you deeply and wants you to know that you can trust him no matter what challenges you may face. Just like John, you can find peace and comfort in his presence. Good night, and may you dream of his love and light.